So, we need to stop supporting J.K. Rowling. Hello everyone, welcome to the chaos that is this video. I'm not sorry, you saw the time code and you clicked on it. So buckle up. I think as a community we can all agree that J.K. Rowling is neither the best person nor the best author. And yet, we're still here. Because we love this franchise, because it's nostalgic to us, because we fell in love with dead wizards who are definitely gay. Just like this fandom. So, what do we do? As a person under the trans umbrella, this has been a question I've been asking myself for forever. I'm also in the fandom for forever. So how can I be autonomous with my own community while still keeping the joy in the things I enjoy and the things I'm a fan of? How can I protect my community and still engage with the story? Well, apparently, the answer to that question was self-inflicted psychoterror, a giant piece of baking paper, and way too much red ink, so normal stuff. No, but seriously, the conclusion I've come to is DIY. Creating an economy within the fandom that's closed off from J.K. Rowling, so transphobes don't get money. And all of that while simultaneously towing the line just enough that they cannot sue for copyright. So, this thing. We're not going to boycott Warner Brothers or J.K. Rowling anytime soon if we keep going like this. Buying official replicas or engaging with the media actively. Not illegally, that's fine. So why not use some artistic skills for good? Now don't get me wrong, I'm not saying this is going to solve anything, but it's a step. Fan creation circling between the fandom, creating an economy that's self-sufficient while keeping J.K. Rowling out of the equation, while keeping the concepts that make the fandom what it is, keeping the joy, so to say. In that spirit, I sat myself down, put together a good load of references on creating this Marauders map in line with the books, movies, games, Nintendo Harry Potter game mentioned, and just thoughts skittering around in my brain, and well, this is what came out of it. I'll put some timestamps up, so if you're already tired of hearing my voice, you can skip ahead. But let's be so honest, you saw the timestamp. Stick around, why won't you? So, let's go! Alright, so what I'm doing here is just redesigning some of the cover of the Marauders map. I didn't record the entire process of this, but the gist of it is that for me personally, the original design of the Marauders map is a little bit convoluted, so I wanted to draw a bit more attention to the Marauders themselves. We have all their animal forms represented with Prongs and Padfoot on top, since they were kind of considered their leaders, and then having Mooney and Padfoot on diagonal lines to both signal their kind of connection and to have the canines fairly distributed. Now, until I realized that I actually have audio, I'm just tracing a map, which will be linked in the down below, and I just needed a very basic floor plan, which I was going to work with, and then you can see I'm clicking back and forth between different maps, just trying to figure out where all of the rooms are supposed to be. And I am working with maps. I am, however, also working with my memory of the books and the movies. And yeah, in just a bit I will realize that I have audio and begin to yap. So my condolences. Enjoy the silence while it lasts. Okay, so you need to be able to see the Gryffindor Tower, So the Gryffindor Tower is somewhere like here, and you need to be able to see the Quidditch pitch. So like, Where where is the Quidditch pitch? Because I don't have the game. This is what it like. It doesn't show it anywhere. I know it's not like a functional thing, like a feature in Hogwarts Legacy, which why, you know? And this map, which we know like J.K. Rowling made that, right? Oh my god. Okay. You hate me. That's fine. So we know this is like the one of the maps she made. Also, there is no lake in Hogwarts Legacy, like no lake per se. I mean, that's a lot of water. Imagine. That must suck. But anyway, point being, we don't know where the Quidditch pitch is. Now, here, I guess. But my problem right now is that you need to be able to see the Quidditch pitch from the Gryffindor Tower, because Harry, like multiple times, or I'm imagining this, that could also be. But if memory serves, Harry watches, like, when he gets salty over Slytherin snatching the pitch for like their practices, he longingly looks out to quit. Or is it in, or am I being stupid and he can only see it from, because I also remember he can see it from Dolores Umbridge's office, but I have no idea what that is. So I would I'm tempted to put it over here, because if we flip the map to kind of resemble this one, then it would be back here. And also this is you can leave here. Yeah, like it's the south exit. I think this is where wow, where Hogsmeade is. Let's see, maybe it's maybe it's somewhere. Okay. Yeah, so that helps me very little. How do we get to Hogsmeade? Is it through this exit? I think it has to be, because there's also, what's the difference between the bell tower and the clock tower? Like, maybe I'm just stupid, but is there one? But the owlery is over here. And but this will be Hagrid's hut later, as far as I understand. Also, where is the Forbidden Forest? Where does that start? So this is kind of what I'm struggling with right now. I'm taking a wild guess, right, and saying that this is where the forest will be. So this is gonna be Hagrid, and in the third movie, when they run down here and they like, no, they're at the owlery, and they move in here, and somewhere here is where Hermione punches Draco. I think the Quidditch pitch should be somewhere here. I have no idea. I have a couple of screenshots. we'll see. Give me a second. Okay, so I got a friend to like play the game for me. So this is the 3D map. I got a couple screenshots. Yes. Okay, so here's the Quidditch pitch. Those are the greenhouses. So I was right, and it's supposed to be somewhere like here. No. No, I wasn't right at all. Huh? Okay, so this is the bell tower courtyard. And then this is where the pitch is. That makes, I don't know if that makes sense. Like, is it, it's here? Hold on. I guess, yeah. Wait, let me let me flip that because I'm being so stupid. Okay, yeah, no, it's somewhere down here. Okay. How do I mark this? Okay. Quidditch pitch. How big is that? Do we reckon? Because they are pretty big, far as I know. Ah. Okay. That is just me losing my mind at the moment because it's... I've been thinking about this for a while. And it makes me a bit mental. Because also in the... Like, I get that this... in context of how big all of these buildings are, is freaking giant for an entrance hall. However, I don't know where else it would be, and more importantly, I have no clue what else would go in here. Because in the movies we see them, so essentially, they start out down here and they go up the stairs, like they start with the harbor, they go up, and then they come up here, come into this little like hall, where they wait and where Draco and Harry like have their little interaction of not being friends. And I guess a reception hall is fine. I'm not the biggest fan of the idea of that, because as far as I remember in the books, they wait in the entrance hall. So, what is this? But like that's fine. The entrance hall definitely needs to be connected to the grand staircase and to the Great Hall. And we know that there's like staff rooming back here. So I am aware that this is giant. And this is probably way out of any believable scale. But I'm also gonna like kind of mark the forest. Because we know... Alright, okay, so we have the courtyard here. This is so weird. I don't love it at all. Okay. So the courtyard. The thing is, you also just like need to remind yourself now and again that teenage boys made this. And I just know. I just know they did not take that seriously. Still don't understand why they made the whole, like, go around the castle but not the Quidditch pitch. Like, that makes zero sense. Like, in this sense, it makes sense. Wow. English is not my friend today. Because you have the Quidditch pitch. Like, we know there are walls surrounding Hogwarts, but where are those? Because we know that the kids can literally just walk into the forest. This project is not doing me any good. Oh my god. Well, I hope you had fun with this live narration of me losing my mind. I'm gonna try and figure out how this works. I mean, I guess north exit. That makes no sense there. Why do they need another exit apart from the south? But I think this is where we get into Hogsmeade. So what is the north exit for? Did I miss something? Because, okay, I remember that when Harry almost got sent back to London in the 6th book, I think, where Draco broke his nose, right? So he got off at the train station, which wherever that is, I'm supposing it's like, you see, but that also makes no sense, because if the train station, like, that's how they get to Hogwarts, and then they take the boats, and if here's the harbor, then technically, yeah, see, technically, it would have to go like this, and here would have to be Hogsmeade. Because the train would have to arrive somewhere here, so then they can take the boats and go here, across the Great Lake. And then any students that are not first years, they take the Thestrals? Is that how you say it? Thestrals? Die Thestrale. Anyway, they would take the Thestrals up here. And that also makes absolutely zero sense. Because the entrance hall is over here. How on earth do you get to the entrance hall? If there's, like, there would have to be some kind of bridge to the reception hall, but they end up in the entrance hall. I know that. How do I know that? Because Peeves, when they... Oh my god. JK, what the I don't think I'm allowed to curse. Whoops. Anyway, university project. Because when they... in 5th year, when Harry first sees the Thestrals, because it's the first time he ever arrives in Hogwarts like a sane person, they stand in the entrance hall because... and get like water thrown at them at Peeves, and they just got in, and they're like, oh, like, we're already a bit wet from the rain or whatever, and then Peeves starts throwing shit at them. And they're waiting to be led into the Great Hall because they're not allowed to go in yet, because... did Peeves rile up the ghosts? I think he riled up the ghosts, and they're like, well, but we want to be part of. I don't know. So they're standing in the entrance hall, but that makes no sense. If how they get there, because then the Thestrals would have to do a whole like lap until they get here, and then they would have to walk through the entire castle. What? The only way that makes sense, kind of, still not really, is if there was like if this is how the world was formed, but then there wouldn't be any water here. And we know there's water because we can see from the great. Hold on. I think. Can you see the lake from the Great Hall? Like in the books, I actually don't think you can see. I don't think. I'm gonna look this up. Yeah, here. Ha! Got you. Gotcha. Ha ha ha. See? There is ground there. Okay. Right. So I thought about it. The thing is, what could also be the case, because we know they see the Great Hall, right? What could be the case is, if this is correct, that they kind of like travel here, because we know that, well, here's the bell tower, here's like the clock tower, and when Ron and Hermione first leave for Hogsmeade, we know that like Harry watches them from the clock tower, because I'm pretty sure that the bell tower is just a bell and the clock tower actually has the clock in it, right? And he sits like here and is super sad, and they like cross the courtyard, because this is a courtyard, and they leave like this. Now, what if Hogsmeade is not here? It could also be here. Now, the problem with that is that I'm pretty sure this I drew incorrectly. I think this is not. I'm not sure how much bigger the water would be here. But let's say, for the benefit of the doubt, that I got this right. Then they would, like, the first years would kind of go from here to like this way, which I think would be more movie accurate, because we get a really good look of the Great Hall. So I feel like this would be a movie. But the thing is, with the boathouse being here, I don't know if this is propped up, because if it is, they could go like beneath it and to the harbor here. I don't like it, but it could make sense. So yeah, that would be right. But the problem is still, if Hogsmeade is here, how do the students get here? Genuine question. Like, they would have to go through like multiple corridors to get to the entrance hall. I think I'm gonna get a book again. But I feel like the entrance hall should be like the big entryway for Hogwarts, because I just remember that that's how it was described, and that's always the image I had in my head, and I know that doesn't mean much, but still, right? So I don't really like the version where they kind of just cross through all of this. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna reread a couple of. The problem is I only have the German versions of the books. I have the English versions of the first 3. I have the German versions of all of them, and I have a lexicon. So I guess I'm just gonna have to figure it out. But yeah, that is a bit, and I'm also gonna look up if the boat's house is propped up on something. I'm gonna check back in with that. Okay, so the Whomping Willow is here now, by logic. Because
By logic.
Remus, like, according to J.K. Rowling, it's somewhere back here. But according to J.K. Rowling, the train also doesn't stop at Hogsmeade, so if that is a yeah, which is wrong. So yeah, we're not doing that. Oh yeah, you need to bring me at least once. You should. I need that on record because it's no, you don't
Or
understand.
you're just on the toilet and like,
So are you just casually writing J.K. Rowling an email?
No, I'm not writing J.K. Rowling an email. Okay, you guys, let me present to you.
Your laptop is like sitting on your pen. It's stressing me out.
sorry.
Okay, let me present to you the illogical shit. Okay, according to the.
I love you, Mom.
According, let me finish. According to Hogwarts Legacy, the Myrtle bathrooms are in the dungeon, like in the first floor of the dungeon. Now, as Madeleine just pointed out, they're in the book. They're on the third floor.
Yeah.
Which, first of all, crazy shit. Second of all, I hate that Hogwarts Legacy actually has a point with this. Because
They have a point with putting bathrooms in the fucking basement.
yeah, the Slytherins need to piss. Okay.
No, they don't. Second floor.
Yes,
of
I do.
Hogwarts. Second floor.
Second floor. Okay. Close enough.
Above the Great Hall.
Above the Great Hall. Found it again.
It's usually D&D.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I just sent this message to Naomi.
Okay, now that I have retrieved my panic
At the
planning
disco. Yes.
and make these high heels work. Okay, so
Yes.
her bathroom is on the second floor, right above the Great Hall. Beautiful. The Great Hall is on the ground floor, though, so.
Well, maybe it's one of these.
So second floor, but above the ground. But maybe she sees the first floor as the ground floor because she's
Yeah, it's
evil.
probably a British thing.
I think it's.
I fear
not
it's
sure.
a
I feel
British
like-
thing.
But
For me, it was
in
always
British
like my
English, we say ground floor, and then first floor is
Yeah, I think
like
it's
the.
American thing.
Okay, if it's
fuck
above,
we're British.
if it's
Yeah.
above the Great Hall, it's fine. Anyway,
But it's not. It's
the
actually
problem
really,
is
really weird.
this. They have a point with this because when Harry and Ron take the Polyjuice potion, how long does it work? An hour?
An
Two?
hour.
An hour.
Yeah.
If they had to walk down from above the Great Hall, 3 floors in total to get to the Slytherin dorms. That would at least be half an hour.
Do they do that in Myrtle's bathroom?
They take it in Myrtle's bathroom. Because it's haunted and no one goes in there. That's where they do the polyjuice part. So this technically makes more sense because they waste less time walking down here. I mean, in the books they waste a shitload of time because they don't know the password, so they just fool around in
Harry
front
could have
of
just
the.
hissed at the door.
I
I'm
know,
so
right?
sorry, but just go.
They just walk around really stupidly, and then Draco kind of like picks them up and is like, "Did you forget the password again?" And just makes fun of them.
Password again.
And then
Put it against the wall.
and that's how they get into the dorms in the first place. So I guess they have. I guess it would be fine time wise, but they would have to skedaddle really quickly. Like
Yeah.
just absolutely.
And this marathon of a castle? Yeah.
Yeah, but I fear.
That is weird.
I fear
I'm just looking
Yeah.
at the shape of that.
No, it's terrible.
Architect.
I always thought that Hogwarts was like one big block of a building.
Right, yeah, I figured like, you know, castle.
Yeah, just
shit,
block.
whatever. Yeah.
Castle shaped, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
Sims Hogwarts.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Because
someone
I
built
know
the
some
Hogwarts.
people build the shit.
Oh my
That
god.
might be helpful.
Oh my
maybe.
god.
Yeah, but I feel like
What lot do you even
I
put
feel
that
like one of my critical
64 probably.
one of my critical aspects is going to be kind of going off of my imagination and how I imagined it to be.
Oh, I thought you were just gonna critique it. Just like this.
Oh, I am critiquing it. I'm
What is
critiquing the
this
shit out of this. What the fuck is that? I am legitimately losing my mind. You don't understand. Because
yelling at Hogwarts?
the Whomping Willow. It is so bad. It is so. Also, your opinion, please. We know that there's a wall around Hogwarts. Does it go through the Forbidden Forest? Is it around the Forbidden Forest? Does it just end a couple meters into the Forbidden
I'm gonna
Forest?
say I think it just ends in the Forbidden Forest because I don't think you want your construction workers to be hanging out in the Forbidden Forest below.
Yeah, and
I
also
don't
I
think you want it
feel
to be
like.
part of like inside the fence property. So I think it just sort of.
Yeah, but why do they want it in the property in the first place?
How? Fucking no.
Can't they just like they don't have to like have construction workers? They could just do magic and
Oh
there's
my
the
bad.
wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but we know there's not a wall because Harry and Draco walk through that bitch. Okay, wall. Wall. Hogwarts wall. It is giving Trump.
I know. But do
I
I
don't
go
like
Rainbow Dash
that.
or Twilight?
I had a.
I'm just gonna go wall.
Ball?
I'm just gonna include a wall.
Very Trumpy of you.
Oh no.
Methinks.
And it's just gonna stop like a couple inches into the a couple inches. 20 centimeter. That is on the recording. Oh my god. I'm so sorry, but I was that you have to hear all. I don't hear anything, to be honest. That is good. Do the Thestrals pass? Oh gosh.
No, I think they're immortal.
Anything confusing?
You're gonna make me cry.
Where do
again.
they pass?
No. Do you think they also pass the gate? They have to, right?
Yeah, they do.
Okay. Also, I love that
Makes sense in the context.
Harry canonically just walked this
I'm
whole
gonna apologize
path.
for that song
Yeah.
specifically.
Like,
With
and
Luna.
then just
From like,
got
what
picked
I do
up
remember from one of
by
the just
Snape.
hearing it, yeah, it makes sense.
Completely done.
Besties.
Besties. Don't look into fanfiction. I hate them together. It's so gross.
Yeah.
Okay. So, this is the baseline. No. I'm gonna see if there's anything else on ground level. I think so. We still need to finish whatever this courtyard is. Because this is the clock tower courtyard, as far as I remember from last time. And, and let's see, because this is huge. I feel like this cannot be, but also, yeah, but no, but yeah. Also, we still need Hagrid's hut, which I feel like is somewhere here. Think. Yes, please, just show me the spoilers. At this point, yes, it's here. Right next to the Forbidden Forest. Lovely. Alrighty, okay. And then we also have So, okay, there's a lot on the ground floor according to this. Okay. Well, alright. What is a hieroglyphic hole? Do I want to know? I feel like I don't. Okay. Do we have... I just keep going, do we have this? And no, we don't. No, we don't. We cannot rely on anybody. Also, genuine question, do you think... Does the giant squid have a track? Not drag. Have a tracking spell on it. Because we know that's how the map works with like tracking spells. Do you think the Marauders, I fear that Sirius would do this. He would absolutely put a tracking spell on the giant squid just for shits and giggles. I am afraid. I am afraid, yes. Alrighty, anyway, we're gonna do the hut. Do we have Hagrid's hut floor plan? Also, I cannot spell for the life of me. Because I think it has... Oh my god, of course people built it in The Sims. What else did I expect? Nothing. Okay. I feel like this is accurate, pretty much. Why would I buy a sorting hat off of eBay? Anyway, okay. So it's too... There we go. Scrumptious. And then we know that back here are pumpkin patches. So I'm gonna include that in orange. Because of course, that is not orange, that is yellow. Can you please accept that I'm trying to change my brush so I know. I feel like I'm gentle parenting my drawing program. We're just gonna have a little sketchy sketch here. Pumpkin patch. Very cute. And then there also needs to be like a road that leads there, so we're going for... What are we going for? Oh, we do need a road to the Quidditch pitch. And then I guess there's a bunch of roads that just lead wherever, I guess, but also I still think it's crazy that this is like a thing. Also, I feel like these roads that I'm sketching in are a bit too thick, you know? If that makes sense.
Like, I guess this one makes sense. I guess this one makes sense. I don't think this one makes sense. Thickness-wise, since before Hagrid becomes the magical creatures professor, he is just, like, only just, you know, the groundkeeper. And I am not sure how much space a groundkeeper needs and how, like, accessible he needs to be to just students. I guess, like, a little bit. But how much really, you know? This is a question. Where does this lead? Genuine question. Because right now it's headed straight for the forest, which, you know, let's not. I can maybe just lead it back here. This, I guess, leads to the greenhouses. Which also don't... Oh my god. I just realized something. Oh, J.K. Rowling, why can't you be consistent? This makes no sense. It makes no sense for the greenhouse to be here. Like, I'm sure it's way more convenient for the students. But in the books, these are a separate building. Because, and they're, and they have to be somewhere here. Because when, in the 6th book, Harry is on his way to Hagrid on Felix Felicis, that was the German name. Or at least the German pronunciation. I don't care. But when he's on his way, he, like, he tries to hide from Slughorn. Or, like, he runs into Slughorn at the greenhouses, something like that. I just know they meet around the greenhouses. So why is it that they're over here? They should be here. But I fear that is too big of a... I mean, I could add one somewhere here. Where is it in the... this map? Let's see if I can find it. Also, I feel like the Quidditch pitch is too close. Like, I know this is a... Or, like, maybe it's too big. Maybe it's too big. I don't know. But, then again, what do I know, really? Why is it that J.K. Rowling writes and then just abandons it? Like, I could move them technically. Not detach and reattach here, because also I feel like this is too little. Or I could move Hagrid's hut over here. Then it would kind of make sense. But I don't remember Hagrid's hut being close to the Whomping Willow. Unless I am mistaken, I'm gonna look it up. Alrighty, we are consulting. Das ABC rund um Harry Potter. Ein Lexikon von Friedhelm Schneidewind. Oh, that's outdated. Mit allen Informationen zur deutschen Ausgabe des neuen 4. Romans. Ach
gosh. Well, this is old. I picked that up at a flea market sometime because I thought it was funny. But it's not really. I don't know how good it is. What's the name of his hut? Hagrid's hut in German. Just Hagrids Hütte? Das wäre ja schlimm. Okay, Hagrid. This is really not the best book to consult, I suppose. But, well, okay, the only information that we have right now is that it's close to the Forbidden Forest. Okay, we only know it's close to the Forbidden Forest. I'm guessing I could probably move it over here. But then again, logically speaking, the Gryffindor common rooms are somewhere here. Obviously like a couple floors up, but somewhere here. So when Harry goes through here, because that's probably the closest, I feel like, because the Gryffindor common room ends in the grand staircase, so he would go through here. It doesn't make sense for him to go through here, because I know technically this is a way to get to the grand staircase. I just don't like it, which I'm aware is not a good reason, but I think I have a point. So I feel like he would go through here, which would then mean he would have to go like this, which is also silly. Because why would you know, go... Also, aren't the kitchens supposed to be in the dungeons? Like, I know they're next to the Hufflepuff common room, but aren't they supposed to be, you know, is that too crazy? But also, my memory says they're supposed to either be on the ground floor or... But what do I know? What do I know? Okay, this may be silly as shit, but I'm going off of vibes here. Because here's like transformation. We know that Minerva teaches that, but that right here, like the form of this classroom, reminds me so much of the Lego Harry Potter games, and how what like that classroom looks like, where you learn. I think you have both transformation and something else in there with Flitwick. Okay, charms. Or do we want Minnie, or shouldn't I feel like Minerva should be closer to the Gryffindor common room. Where is that? I think it's... that, to me, makes no sense. But okay. Yeah, so... I don't agree with this. I think this is dumb. I don't know where else they would be. I have a hold on. The kitchen has to be here. somewhere here. Because... Why? Because the Great Hall is here. The kitchens are beneath the Great Hall. So, Boomba, okay? Don't mess with me, I know my shit. But we also know that the Hufflepuff common room also, where do the elves sleep? Like, genuine question. Tickle the pear. I am not gonna be able to read that. Do I move potions class down and like have the Hufflepuff common room be somewhere here? I'm going insane. I had a pickle, it was delightful. I am moving potions. And yes, this is exactly how that goes. Because it makes a little more sense, I guess. It doesn't make a lot of sense, but a little bit. I think I'm gonna move potions to be not like that. I'm gonna move potions to be like this, so I can have this corner, because I feel like the potions classroom has this coven where all the ingredients are, and then here's the board and here's all the students. I feel like that's pretty accurate. And then Snape's storage is like right there. Why is that not? Oh, because I did it in a different. Okay. Got it. Okay. Not all of it apparently. Hello. Okay, potions has been moved. I don't like moving the Hufflepuffs to a dark cave thing. That's not a cave. You know what I mean. Okay. So now we have not a whole lot more logic than previously. Partially because if Filch is right here, does he just have his own private bathrooms? Like, is that... Do they have to go all the way over here just to piss? Because, no, that is a genuine question right now that I have. Does every floor have a lavatory? And if they do, why is there one down here? Even if they don't, you know? Like, just why is there one here? And also, what does this do? Nothing. I'm gonna delete it. If it did anything, it's gone now. Okay. So. Oh. Oh. Okay. Cool. Whatever. Okay. Also, I just know the Hufflepuffs are so trusted because Sprout is their teacher and she's just vibing here. She's just vibing. Okay, now, since the Gryffindor common rooms are up here Why is the courtyard only on the... You know what? I'm not gonna ask any more questions. Also, it makes no sense that the Great Hall and the Gryffindor Common Room are on the same level. I hate this. Every goddamn moment that I spend with this, I get a bit more insane. Okay. I feel like we're gonna put Flitwick here and Charms classroom. And then on the next floor, we're gonna do the Gryffindor common rooms. No, we can't do that because... Oh my god. Because the goddamn Myrtle bathroom. Also, if Myrtle's bathroom hold on. Oh my god. If Myrtle's bathroom is above the Great Hall, where is the goddamn slide that leads to the Chamber of Secrets? Okay. Then, in that instance, this makes more sense because below this, there's the harbor. Like, no one's gonna ask questions if it's in the dungeons. But above the... Does it just go through it? Is there just a slide running through the... Is it just here? Is this cavernous thing just a slide? But then, with my planning, it would run through the tension. And potions? Who... JK... So... This makes no... Oh my god, okay. I think I need another pickle and like 10 hours of sleep. I shall return, hopefully with more sanity, but like... The transfiguration has to be somewhere here because when Harry and Ron are too late to transfiguration, they're too late because the staircase moved. So, I'm so lost about having put the ground floor down here, but it made so much more sense in my brain. So here's Charms. And, Transfiguration will be somewhere here, which then we can add Minnie's office somewhere here and have the Gryffindor common room on the next floor. So that, or is it higher? I'm not sure. But, anyway. Well, we can have the Gryffindor common room on the second floor, and then all the dorms on the third, I guess. This castle is way too big anyway. The people need to calm down. I feel like defense against the dark arts should be in a building like here. I don't agree with any of this. I don't know why I'm even basing my the whole thing on here, because I don't think that any of this is accurate at all. Transfiguration. I feel like Minnie's office makes sense to be here. I don't know why, I feel like she's a corner girly. No, that's what I'm talking about. And then maybe her classroom is somewhere here. I'm not gonna fill all of the rooms that are listed here because some of them don't make sense. Like a music hall, I don't recall any reason whatsoever or like any scene where the Hogwarts students do music. Unless you're counting the cut scene where they sing the Hogwarts hymn in the 4th book, because it was so atrocious they had to leave it out. Okay, for some reason my thingy hasn't recorded, so I guess I have to do it in better portions or something, I don't know. So we divided this up a little better. We added the clock tower courtyard and another reception hall here. We added the infirmary and Poppy. We made this office a bit bigger and divided this up. And then we got to work here and we kind of came up with the idea, because I'm so smart, I know, that the grand staircase, that this kind of leads to Fluffy and this is otherwise cut off. And like theoretically you could enter this, but why would you? Then here, because of the Lego Harry Potter games, there's like a staircase that leads up to the teacher's office. So that's what we did here. And the question is, of course, depending on when we place the Marauders map, if it's gonna say like Remus's office or Mooney's office, because if it's in the timeline of Harry having the Marauders map, then it would say that technically. But then again, I don't know if the fonts, like what happens if teachers ever switch rooms, you know? That's kind of the question I have at the moment. Then here's a statue that leads to Honeydukes. It's a secret passage to Hogsmeade. We cut this up a little bit better. Yeah, that's all we did. I swear to God, if this doesn't save again, I'm gonna cry. Okay, we have to move upwards to this whole situation. Why would you do that? Why are there more haunted toilets? Who came up with this? The Gryffindor common room anyway, because we have Minnie's office here. Grand staircase, so here has to be the... Well, you know what I mean. The Gryffindor common room. Ugh. Love. Okay, very cute. And then here's the lady, and then we have the Gryffindor common room. Wait, how big did I make the other common rooms? Because I don't want the Gryffindors to have a giant one. Okay, they're like this, kind of. It's big anyway, so. Is the Gryffindor common room round? I think it is, canonically. I hate that there's the fat lady. Like I hate that name. I don't hate that she exists. Anyway, have you ever kissed anyone, Remus? I hate. Okay. Do you ever think about how big this castle is for, like, how many students? There's so few of them. But they have to, like, essentially run a marathon every day just to vibe. Okay. Anyway, okay, so, hold on. How did we get... How does the Ravenclaw... Okay. This is the Ravenclaw Tower. This is the common room. Then why is it suddenly here? I am confused. Oh, okay, this is a full... Okay, here's the room of requirements on the 7th floor. I don't like it though. Okay. Alrighty, we're back! Another day, another sleigh, or something like that. Alright. I dug out all of my Harry Potter books. And I'm hoping that they're gonna help us. Okay, anyway, so... And I also hope that this recording saves, because I swear to God, somebody sedate me if it doesn't. Anyway... Okay. So we have the Ravenclaw Tower. We still need... Oh, that's what I was doing last time. Yes, I forgot what I was doing last time. Anyway, okay, so things that I'm gonna look up and just write somewhere in the corner here, I guess, is some things that we need to be in specific places. That's what I got my books out for. Because I forgot that the dictionary that I have actually only runs first book through 4th. Which is why some of the information just wasn't on there. Yeah. Genuine question, why do none of the German books, I don't know if the English ones have it. I only have the first 3 in English, because I never got around to it. But I have a cool 20th anniversary edition. They have a table of contents. Hold up. No. Shut up. I hate myself. Oh my God. There's a map. Oh, fuck me. Shut up. Well, this is fine. There is a map in here. No, oh my God. And it makes marginally more sense. Okay. Well, we have some things to add before we move on. Oh my God. Okay, but to be fair, there's still some things that don't make much sense. Oh, but this solves the mystery of where the wall ends. I'm sorry, it's... No, I can't even argue that it's early because you can see the time on my laptop screen. Okay, for me it's early. I only just got up because, yeah, it's the 23rd and I... Also, completely different note. It was the 21st. No shit, if it's the 23rd, it's been the 20th. Okay, anyway, the 21st is Yule, right? Which is like winter solstice, witchy Christmas, however you want to call it. It's great. Genuine question. We know that in the books they celebrate Christmas. They're literally witches. Why would they celebrate Christmas? Just a thought. Just a thought, you know? And then there's the Yule Ball, though. Also, a friend of mine pointed out that I misspelled Hogsmeade, which, I have no excuse for. I really don't. It was... No thoughts were put into this one, I am afraid. I'm sorry. Anyway, okay. Very subtle, I know. Okay, there's, you see, and if I had taken a singular look in this, I would be less confused. Why is there a path around the Whomping Willow, though? I feel like that is definitely a hazard. Okay, and this makes sense, you see, because Hagrid's hut isn't here, it's over here. Okay, let's move it. Yeah, that checks. Let's put it here so that it's connected to this big round way. This makes sense. JK, I have so much to say to you and not a single thing is nice. I'm sorry. For my fellow trans people and just about your writing, you know? Everything just sucks. Like, how come that every time you say, oh, I want to be a writer, you immediately get compared to her? She's not a good writer. At this point, I'm gonna start taking offense. Okay. Yep, this makes more sense. But, you know, I still hate it. Especially because... it doesn't make sense. Because according to this map, I'm gonna scan it and I'm gonna show you a picture. But... oh my god, I have to edit this. Oh, I'm terrible at editing. Oh no. Anyway, that's a bridge we'll cross when we get there. And also, this makes way more sense, according to the greenhouses, which I mentioned earlier, where like Harry sneaks out, hides by the greenhouses. Then I'm guessing he just snuck down here and went through here or something, or like hid here. That makes sense, okay? That makes sense. What doesn't make sense is that according to... oh no, actually it does. In this way, the passage that Remus has to take is a bit shorter, because it leads directly to Hogsmeade. If we took the map that this book gives us, the Forbidden Forest would be here. Oh wait, I should maybe make my cursor a bit bigger so you can see this. It would be here. And this is just the station, and then Hogsmeade would be here. But I feel like that makes little sense, because that implies that... well, no, Hogsmeade would be like kind of here, right? Because that implies that here's the station, and here's Hogsmeade. Which, why would you build a station that is so far removed from the town? That makes no sense. Like, I know that most people will apparate and don't actually need the train station, but I feel like if, for example, if you need to deliver something there, why would you know? I don't know. Okay, great. Now that is solved. There is in this book 2 things that I really like, so I'm gonna include them here. Namely, there's the broom shed, which, yes, that's important actually. And then there's also a practice pitch for the Quidditch players, which I think is cute. So we're gonna ignore... yes, I was just about to say, well, that's cute, so I'm gonna ignore it now. Which is cute, so I'm gonna add it. Okay, well, thank God for whoever designed this. Wait, who made this drawing? The moral rights of the author and illustrated have been asserted. Okay. Interior illustrations by Levi Pinfold. I hope I said that right. If your name is Levi, I'm sorry. Okay. Never mind, I can't actually show you this because it says no part of the publication may be reproduced or transmitted by any means. Okay, so I can't show you the map, but trust me. Okay, so what we need is we need the trophy room, divination. We still need the astronomy tower, but we know where that is, or the thingy knows where that is. We still need Ravenclaw common room. We need the headmaster's office. Does that change? That's one of the questions I have. Does the Marauders map adapt Because when McGonagall is headmistress, does it read headmistress's office or does it still read headmaster's office? Because that would be rude. Okay, we need the room of requirements. Is that how you write it? It doesn't underline, so it's probably gonna be fine. And we need, what do we need? Secret passages. There's still some. Ah! I lost my pen. I lost my pen. I'm already not looking forward to redrawing all of this per hand. By hand. Per hand, the fuck? No. Anyway. Is there anything we forgot? I guess there's a teacher's room. Like a faculty kind of. Wait, who's the head teacher of Ravenclaw? Is it... Genuine question, who is the head teacher of Ravenclaw? But geez, oh my god, I am so sorry for not knowing that. That literally slipped my mind. Oh my god, okay. We're just gonna add staff. We're just gonna give them quite the big room because I feel like the teachers on Hogwarts deserve some space. I don't think there is anything else on the third floor though. Which doesn't really make much sense. But then again, this is Harry Potter and nothing really makes sense, so we're just gonna continue, and if I figure something out, I'll put it in, you know, it's fine, whatever. So, the Ravenclaw common room. So here you have to answer the question, the written question, and then you go up even further. And then you get out here. And we're just gonna have this whole thing be the Ravenclaw Tower. I don't care. Or, no, that makes no sense, because this is genuinely a tower. Okay, but I don't like this, hold on. Then where are the common rooms? Not the common rooms, the dorms. Hold on. Well, technically the Gryffindor common room also does not have a like dorms. Did no one think of that? That is so stupid. Oh my god. Okay. Well, then I feel like it's okay. Okay. So on the 4th floor, we have a secret passage behind a mirror. I would love to try this out and build it like in The Sims or something, but the thing is you can't go higher than I think 4 floors in The Sims, so this wouldn't work, sadly. But I would love that. I could build it in Tiny Glade, I think, but in Tiny Glade you can also only do the outside. And I would really like want to know if like how it would look if we built these rooms accurately, because I don't think that this outline is accurate, because there is no way that this can be accurate. I mean, okay, technically, no, it just doesn't make sense. But it's Harry Potter. I repeat, it's Harry Potter, nothing makes sense. Okay, so, what are we using for the 4th floor? I'm just gonna go for orange. No, no. Let's go for purple. I love purple. Bit close to the blue, but I don't care. Okay, grand staircase. The divination classroom. North tower, so it has to be somewhere over here. I am just going to add it here. Like, I don't care that that's impractical. I will add it here. I don't even want to think about how much paper this is gonna use. I only have one block, which doesn't even have 20 pages in it, and it cost me like $7, and I'm sorry, but that is just insane. I feel like the taller the building gets, the less sense it makes. Because like these rooms are all plenty filled. And then there's just... This is empty. There's no reason for this to exist. For this entire floor to exist. Like, okay, divination. Fine. You can tell me that. But... Also, where does Trelawney live? Like, does she have an office? I think she does. I'm sure she does. You know what? I'm gonna move the room of requirement. Because yes, it's on the 7th, but I feel like 6 floors is already crazy. And this would almost be funny if it's just an empty corridor. Like you have this, and then you have an empty corridor here that leads literally nowhere. It's a dead end. And you're like, okay, why the fuck does this exist? Because it makes no sense. And then you're like, and then you just have the room of requirement here. Because nothing else, like, is supposed to. Do you think when they made Hogwarts Legacy, they just rebuilt the castle as it was in the movies, and then they had to fill the rooms? Because I feel like that's pretty on brand. Also, I feel like since this is the room of requirement... Oh wait, but then we need a way for them to get into the astronomy tower. So I'm just gonna make this make more sense. Hold on. We're gonna give them away because I feel like this bridge is fine if it exists twice. It's not that deep. And also, imagine being a student and anytime you want to go to the astronomy tower, you have to go down to the first floor. I feel like that's terrible. So there's a second option for you. We can also just add something here. Oh, this could be Trelawney's room. Yeah. Okay, Trelawney's office. I'm guessing she doesn't like use this anyway, so I feel like it's fine if it's not too crazy. But yeah. Although this looks much more like what Oh my god, I have a good idea. How about we have this as an empty office. Because the setup here looks a whole lot like what Umbridge inhabits. Like she's a creature. She is. She's a fucking frog. I love her character. I hate her as a person. Cause duh. Because I feel like she would never ever ever inhabit an office like Remus. Like this tiny thing. Especially not if she knew that there were a werewolf that lived there. So she's just gonna hog this one. Because it's empty anyway, and she's like, oh, I'm special, I need a bigger one, you know? Yeah, I feel like that checks with her character. Let's go! I love when I just come up with random shit. Also, how funny would it be if the Grand Staircase just kind of refused to let her through sometimes? Because, I mean, well, technically, nothing is directly connected to the Grand Staircase because the stairs move. Do you think there's a way to, like, make the stairs move specifically? I feel like there has to be, because otherwise everything is connected by a Grand Staircase. Imagine. Do you think I think some stairs are fixed. Not all of them. I feel like this is very much a floor that is not entirely fixed. So we're just gonna add a little like this. I feel like some stairs have to be fixed. Because if you can't get to your common room or something, that would suck. I feel like this staircase is fixed. Because it runs around. Like this has to be fixed. I'm not sure that this is. I feel like this specifically is one that is not fixed. Wait, which floor is this? Second? Third? First floor. Okay. So this one specifically is one that is not fixed because they arrive late to their first lesson. So this is not fixed. Smart. I guess. Yes, let's go. So the staircase moves. And sometimes it lets you through, sometimes it doesn't. It's just how it is. Okay. This doesn't need to go on staircase, and it obviously has to be connected here because if it weren't, it wouldn't make sense. So. Great! Okay! Oh my god. It's coming together very slowly, but it's coming together. Great. What a relief. Okay. I feel like if we just add a tiny tower here, no one's gonna care. No one's gonna care. It's small. Okay, we're just gonna we're gonna do it like this because I don't care. Trelawney's office. Is that how you write her? I'm not sure. This is fine. Okay, Trelawney. However you'd write her. Alright. Okay, what are we missing? We're missing the astronomy tower and the headmaster's office. Oh, history of magic! I am so dumb. Of course there's a history. Oh my god, I forgot about history of magic! No! Benz, I'm so sorry. Okay, wait, hold on. I think, if I remember correctly, history of magic is connected to the teacher's lounge because Professor Binns just fell asleep when he died in the teacher's lounge, and then he just floated into his and then something like this. Okay, so we're gonna move the arithmancy room. This is a class I don't think we ever see in the movies or in the game, like in the Lego Harry Potter games. I love these games so much. They're so silly. I love the first one more, the one that's still on the DS port, because it's, for me, I like the controls way better, maybe because I grew up with it, to be fair. But I don't like the controls of the newer, the Nintendo 3DS one. Because it's annoying to me and it doesn't work that well in battle. I feel like, yeah, the different spells are pretty cool that you can specifically cast, but to me it's just less cool than the DS port. Because the DS port was amazing! I loved it! It was so cool. And they took it away. Okay. We still need to finish the astronomy tower and we need to have the headmaster's office. I don't know how many floors we should add for that. I feel like the headmaster's office and the like, are they on the same level? Because I'm not sure. Oh my god, how much paper am I gonna need for that? It's for sure gonna be more than 20 and I don't even have 20. I think my block is like 20. 18? Where did I even put that? I cleaned up yesterday and I fear I lost my mind doing it, so. No, genuinely, where did I put that? Oh, there it is. Okay. I think it has like 18. I keep wanting to say 20, but I think it's 18. I counted. So. And I think these towers that go up for like a long time, I'm gonna make these in like a pop-up kind of way, because I really don't feel like doing that many layers of the map. It's already gonna be huge. Like, folding all of this out is gonna be giant. Okay. So we're gonna add the astronomy tower and fun fact, I am not gonna write Dumbledore's office because I hate that man. I'm just gonna write Headmaster's office. You know, a funny little thing I thought about, completely randomly, would be that Remus made the map. Or he started it. At least if we go off of All the Young Dudes lore, which I don't like All the Young Dudes from an autistic perspective, and I don't like the characterization of, quite frankly, anyone in that book. But it is iconic. And, like, I'm giving credit where credit is due. It did coin a lot of things that are very vital for the fandom. So if we go by that lore, he started the Marauder's map. I don't know if that's confirmed by the books. But yeah. So I thought about like adding little sections to the library and marking which of the sections are where, but then again, we don't have any information on that, and I really don't want to think about it. And also I feel like that is way too much. And would make this map extremely convoluted. So no. gonna do the entry to the headmaster's office, which I feel like has to be connected. I don't think it is in the movies, but I feel like it would be so rude if you cut off the entry to the headmaster's office. So then this is the headmaster's office, which I fear makes very little sense because you know, gravity. But then again, this is a wizard school. Where does Dumbledore sleep? Does he sleep? Does he, do you think? Okay, we're just gonna add a little chamber here so he can have a bedroom. Which we're... I don't care that this is not logical, but that, or like that it's not on any of the maps, but okay! So we have 9 floors in my map, which I feel like is good. Like it's decent, it's fine enough. And yeah, okay. Okay, the only thing that we now need to add is the Westwell secret passage. Okay, fine. It's crossed out pink. Whatever. West. So I feel like this is probably here. Oh, there's flying classroom. I hate that. Okay. So we're just gonna add a little note here. Why did you just shrink? Help. Okay. Where's the ground floor? There it is. Okay, then we're gonna add here a little well. Just gonna add a note. West well secret passage to Hogsmeade. Lovely. Oh my god, we're done. Hallelujah. This took so much of my sanity. I am so over this. But now I have to start with the physical map, which I fear is gonna be even worse. Ah! Okay. No. This is fine. This is fine. This is okay. Yeah. Well, into real life we go. Great. What's up, real life? I hope you can hear me. I'm gonna have to subtitle this anyway. You cannot see shit what I'm doing, but that's fine. First of all, yes, I always look this sick. It's the day after Christmas. I'm not doing great. So, what we're gonna do now? I feel so silly. This is fine. What we're gonna do now is I have this drawing block. We're gonna dye all of this. I have a bucket with English breakfast tea, and that I've let steep, and we're just gonna dye these papers, and I hope that works, because if it doesn't, I don't know what to do. I also got small ones because I realized that we're gonna need reinforcements on where the map bends. So these are gonna function as that. I probably have way too many, but that's okay. I don't know how big this map is gonna be yet, because I have been too afraid to try it out, and also I don't have enough paper to try it out. So, good. Let's go, montage. Okay, so update. After the fail that was that recording, I kind of lost all hope in this project, and I had to throw all of the paper out because it turned pink. Now you see, I don't know why it did that, but it did that. So what I ended up doing was I took a huge piece of baking paper and I folded that. And the process with that I did not record, although it would have for sure looked hilarious. But the point of it is, it was giant, it was terrible to fold, and the entire process was hell. And there is going to be a video incoming of me having an absolute migraine and looking like shit. But essentially, that will be the update. But then also what I did before that video was I blotted the entire pit map. So I made a outline of the ground of the floor plan out of cardboard, and then I traced it on each floor and I blotted it with watercolor so we have a bit of a base. And then I wrote over top of it with fanfiction text, which I will be elaborating on later. But yeah, jump scare incoming. Oh, I'm sorry. Update, I have given up in not letting you see me in pajamas because I have been nursing a headache that has not been going away for 4 days, so it's more like a migraine. And I'm dying. And this is okay. But we have to... So in the last couple weeks, I have not filmed anything. But I'm currently working on the cover. And it's still rolling up, and I was hoping the watercolor was gonna keep it down, but it doesn't. So now I have to still figure something out, but I am not in the headspace for that right now. Some trouble we've ran into was I have to cut one of the floors that I accidentally folded into it because I actually don't need it. I thought I was gonna have to draw the grounds on some extra space over top. I don't need it actually, so we're gonna have to cut that out. The first go I had with the watercolors turned out to be a massive fail because I have exactly one red in my watercolor kit that I've had since like a couple years, like 10 years or something. And it's a... So you see it was a little bit dirty when I started, but it's this one. And when it was dirty, it looked really cool and really good. It's neon. Like, it's very, very neon. And so I went over it and then went over it again with the same cool toned brown that we used for the watercolor blotting of the map. Oh my god, I'm gonna have to lie down. And the reason why I have not filmed anything has been because I have a really bad hip, so actually I shouldn't be sitting like this at all. But it's the best way to sit. So I have just been lying down every 5 minutes, especially while doing the writing around the rooms. I just had to move around the map a whole lot and like near and shift and whatnot. So it was every other minute I was just on the ground, and that was, I mean, I'm sure a time lapse of that would have looked hilarious, but I'm not about to out myself like that. So yeah, that's the update. Yay.
So, back to the setup again, I'm sure you missed it. We're done! I tried to add up the hours that this project took, and the speed draw alone that you just saw was about 8 hours in total, which obviously I cut down. I ramble a lot, I take a lot of silence breaks, I sped through a bunch of it, but it's still 2 hours. So if you actually watched all of that, thank you so much, it means a lot. And then the dyeing of the paper that failed took another 4 hours from my life, which I will never get back. Yay. And then the transfer of the map onto the physical medium rounded up to about 48 hours. And that doesn't include the absolute hellscape that was editing this footage down. If you think my voice is annoying, just imagine how I feel. Needless to say, I'm never doing this again, but hey, the things one subjects yourself to for dead gay wizards from the 70s that will never know you exist. Yay. So, anyway, here's the full map.
Starting at the cover, I already explained my thought process behind it, but this is how it translated onto paper. And then we open to reveal the top 4 floors condensed into one by utilizing fold open elements. These floors are made by utilizing a segment from the fanfiction The Story of Regulus Black, years 1 through 4 by Wickedwag. This is mainly due to all the floors being linked together throughout the towers, as well as leading to Dumbledore's / the headmaster's office. Most notably, one of the tags on the fanfiction is Albus Dumbledore bashing, a tag as well as a sentiment which has recently gained traction within the fandom and that, in my humble opinion, I rather agree with. The sides for this one show stars. I did my best to be accurate with the placement of the constellations. However, due to my visceral need to include both Sirius and Regulus, I might have messed up a bit, don't look too closely. Now, one floor down we find chapter 28 of The Hand That Feeds by Rollercoaster Words, because that specific chapter features the Room of Requirement, which on my map is on this floor. Furthermore, it centers around the lesbian couple, which are rarer than male-on-male ships in the fanfics. And then on the sides we have the solar system from Pluto to Jupiter, and down here we have a little nod to In Every Lifetime and Everyone from chapter 38 of Art Heist Baby by this author I won't attempt to pronounce, but I'll show on screen on AO3. All of the fanfictions I used were on AO3 because that's the site I am most proficient in. And then, anyway, on the 4th floor we have an excerpt of chapter 1 of Mending Cells with Golden Thread by Mooney Miller, because it features Pandora Lovegood as a major character who is a well-loved Ravenclaw. And then on the sides we have, again, the solar system, this time from Mars through Sun. And on the 3rd floor we have the moon phases, accompanied by notes concerning the magic associated with each in paganism. This decision was made both to link it to the floors above it by carrying on the celestial imagery, and then also to link it to Remus, because, you know, werewolf. I added the notes on pagan moon magic due to my personal frustration with witches and wizards celebrating Christian festivities such as Christmas in the Harry Potter books, when there are Celtic pagan traditions such as Yule or Imbolc, which would make much better for a fit, as this is quite literally a magic school. People, what are we doing? Now, for the 3rd and 2nd floor, I actually chose the same fanfiction, namely Few and Far Between by Sifyon. I'll put it on screen. The 2nd by an excerpt of chapter 8, the 3rd by an excerpt of chapter 27, and I chose the same fanfiction due to the floors being linked by the Gryffindor Common Room. The common room itself being on the 2nd, while the corresponding dorms are on the 3rd. And the chosen excerpts first highlight the boys of Gryffindor and then the girls for the side part of the 2nd floor. In a callback to the design of the official map, it shows lines reminiscent of map markings, accompanied by a mix of Old Norse protection rules and runes similar / copied from the ones Sirius Black is shown to have tattooed in the 3rd movie. And then the 1st floor, to link it to the grounds depicted below in theme, there are faint outlines of the birth flowers of the most prevalent girls within the Marauders era, so carnations for Lily, roses for Marlene, daisies for Dorcas, and sweet peas for Pandora. The room outlines are from an excerpt of chapter 6 of Boys Will Be Bugs by the infamous Jack. This placement of the fanfic has no deeper meaning, however the fanfiction includes a trans character and it is written by a trans author, representation which is particularly important in light of J.K. Rowling's transphobia. The ground floor, representing the basis of the fandom is largely built on, is formed by chapter 3 of All the Young Dudes by Amos Bean 89, a fanfiction which introduced many ideas and phrases to the fandom, which are very vital, and is often seen as the groundwork. Now, the first floor of the dungeons is occupied by a segment of chapter 2 of Girls So Confusing, Lily's version by Sire and Dyer, a fanfiction written from Lily's point of view. Its placement represents how the character of Lily Evans oftentimes simmers beneath the surface, sometimes forgotten about, but almost always present within fanfiction. And then lastly, the second floor of the dungeons was assigned a segment of chapter 22 of Choices by Meshamoon, due to the fanfiction focusing on Regulus Black. And also because, well, the Slytherin common rooms are on the floor. The dungeons share these side pieces due to my choice of making the first floor of the dungeons fold up separately from the rest of the map, and therefore share this design of waves as well as a squid meant to represent the giant squid. And so that's it, that's the map. Like I said, I'm never doing this again. It was absolutely terrible, but I am also really proud of it. I'll try to scan it and make it available for digital print. So, for some reason my audio and video cut off here. I did record an ending, and I'm sorry that I'm just gonna leave you with like a blank page, but I'll just roll sources right now, and thank you for watching. I will be trying to make it digitalized and available for print, of course free of charge. But until I have figured out how to scan this thing, because it is massive, thank you so much for watching, thank you for joining me, and I hope you have a lovely day. See you maybe soon. Bye!